What's up guys, my name is Khan and we're back today with more Scrap Mechanic. And yesterday afternoon something kind of amazing happened. The devs finally dropped the Scrap Mechanic survival trailer with a release date of May 7th. So I don't normally go and review dev blogs or anything like that, but a lot of you guys asked me to actually take a look at the trailer and review it. And so today that's exactly what we're gonna do. It's gonna be a little bit different of a video, but first we're gonna go through the trailer, take a look at everything, and I'm sure you've seen a million of these videos already by this point, but I'm gonna go and take a look at the trailer and then give you guys just a few of my notes on what I think of survival and what I hope we can expect coming in the future of Scrap Mechanic. So let's just jump right into the trailer. So obviously right away, I mean, water. I originally thought water wasn't going to be in the trailer, but it's kind of awesome that it is. I thought that was something the devs said they were going to work on. I love too how the art style hasn't really changed, but it looks like cleaner almost. I mean, maybe that's just because this is an animated trailer, but yeah, he's got some beat up shirt. Love it. I love how you start with your hammer too. That's so great. Have to work your way up. Chop the wood. You got that little jackknife thing. Farm bots. Treasure chests. I mean, it's awesome. Now, I couldn't tell what those were. I'll have to take a look afterwards. Some specific parts or something. Love it. Floating on water. Amazing. Extra islands. Underwater even. Like, was not expecting water to be a thing when Survival came out. 100%. I mean, I think that's the biggest thing that a lot of people noticed with the trailer. And then some base building. It's great. And you know what's amazing too is that's a relatively large base and it doesn't seem like they're having crippling frame lag, which is amazing because, you know, normally with big things we're expecting it. Then growing plants, farming, little production facilities. I love that storage crate too, and of course, customization. Now, the day-night cycle is really neat. I'm glad they have a day-night cycle, but if you notice, the farm bots attack at night, almost like zombies in 7 Days to Die. I'm not sure if that's a real thing, or if that's just... This is awesome. I love it. They just chew all the blocks apart. Oh, yeah. That's like a hand grenade or something? Or Molotov, maybe? Of course, traps. Seems like a little bit of an excessive trap, to be honest, but... Okay, that's definitely an excessive trap. Wonderful. I think that's one of those... Remember that... We'll talk about it after, but I think the devs, they had added one of those power blocks that you had to, like, destroy before you could destroy the whole creation. And then, of course, the farm bot. Nice. Absolutely love it. And then, of course, made by Axolot. You guys should definitely check out Axolot on all social media. And, of course, I'll put some links in the description below if you want to check out this trailer on Axolot's channel. Absolutely awesome. So, a few things I want to note in the trailer right away. Obviously, we've got water, which is huge. I mean, that's such an obvious thing that just kind of gets thrown in your face. Now, the one thing I noticed, you see when the camera pans up here, it seems as if the new world is almost like, you can see there's water in the back here, and I'm not sure what comes around here. But I'm wondering if the new world is actually just on an island, like the boundaries of the map are on the water themselves. I'm not sure if that's a thing or not, or if there's gonna be still boundaries on the edge of the map. I imagine the map is probably still procedurally generated. I'm not really sure though. I hope it is, because I hope you can play survival and have a bunch of different maps and not always get the exact same map with the same experience. But I have no idea, to be honest. I haven't really heard anything about it. I know the existing world currently spawns with different tiles, and this doesn't look like a tiled world at all. This looks very continuous with the terrain. There doesn't seem to be any divisions where tiles would be. So I'm not exactly sure if they've completely remapped the terrain builder or not, but either way, it looks super awesome. I love that your character starts just completely ragged up with nothing but his hammer and, of course, his little jackknife. They did show that little, you know, it's, I guess, like a Swiss Army knife. It's got like a multi-tool. So you've got your hammer here, and then, of course, you got to chop your trees with your hammer. Absolutely fantastic. You've got 3 resources. They did show that before. And then this thing, the little, like, multi-tool jackknife dealio. But they've got 3 resources, which is, of course, the wood, the stone, and the scrap metal. And they said all those 3 resources can be used in different crafting machines and stuff. And again, I'm just going off tweets from before, but I believe they all work together. Now, of course, we've got our farm bots. And the one thing I noticed in the trailer, I only saw two different types of farm bots. Hold on, let's go back. I want to see what these items are. So this is a fuel tank of some sort. It looks like a pack of seeds maybe, and I have no idea what that is. Another fuel tank, maybe something along the lines. So I'm not sure if you have to like loot for specific parts or blueprints or how that's all gonna work. I imagine like you're obviously gonna start with nothing, but you know, this little dude here, he only has one shoe. Oh, wow, you've only, bro, you gotta get another shoe. That's so bad. You need a second shoe. But anyway, you're gonna start with pretty much nothing, and obviously you're gonna have to work your way up and collect wood, stone, and scrap metal, and then I guess these are extra parts, maybe blueprints. I'm not exactly sure. But there is definitely a progression system. Engines, seats, all that. They start terrible. And of course, you have to upgrade them to get better as time goes on. You can see here, they're working on this terrible cardboard vehicle with, like, what is this? What is this? This is not a wheel. This is, like, there's a piece of wood stuck into it. This tire would not have air into it. But anyway, building a cardboard vehicle, awesome. A little bit of a fence there. And you can see, like, terrible engines. And you've got a fuel tank there. So it's great that you have fuel as a requirement. And then, of course, right into the water. Now, the one thing I noticed with the water right away, we do have that water mod in Scrap Mechanic already, and I think the water here is probably going to behave relatively similar to that. I mean, obviously, it's going to be a little less buggy, seeing as how it's not just a mod written with a script, but I think it's going to behave the same in the sense that it's not going to measure the, you know, aerodynamics of your vehicle or anything. It looks like this vehicle is just floating on tires and these extra barrels and fuel tanks and stuff along the side. So I have a feeling that's what they're going to do. And you're going to make a vehicle sort of like Trail Makers, where you've got the different like buoyancy blocks and everything floats around that. But still really, really cool that they've got water. And of course, this is like its own island, its own small little island. So again, I'm wondering, is the map just surrounded by water, or is it, you know, are there fences like the big, you know, out of bounds fence? I'm not exactly sure. The devs have been sort of hush-hush about it. They did say the survival map was going to be much bigger than the creative mode map, but I mean, how much, we don't really know yet. And obviously, just love this structure here. Gonna have to explore this, whatever the heck this structure is. But really cool stuff, of course, that you've got, you know, boats, and look at this, underwater even. Right away underwater. You can see mechanics swimming here, so there is definitely a swimming mechanic, and they're holding like what, it's like a frog? Oh, it's one of those little like pet things that they had showed in one of their tweets. I don't know what it's used for, but it's there. And then, of course, different biomes, it seems. This is like, it looks like this is like a forest fire type biome. Like fire has already happened or some sort of a battle or whatever. You can see all the trees are burnt up. There's some, you know, ash happening still on the trees. I'm not exactly sure what the purpose of this biome is, but really, really cool. And then they've shown tons of pictures of stuff like this, like big warehouses and stuff. And there's a flying creation up there, which is awesome. I'm very curious how much fuel it's going to take to make a flying creation. And then finally, we get into base building. Now, the one thing that I noticed is water, just like in Minecraft, water seems to be a thing. There was farming. You can see there's a little farming plot here. So setting up a base near water is going to be, I think, essential. Whether or not the coast of the ocean is the same as the water in like a watering hole, I imagine all water is the same in this case. There's no like difference between ocean water and non-ocean water, but who knows? And then, of course, just looking at some of these vehicles, you know, we've got the saw blades for harvesting and stuff like that. We've got some different pipe pieces. But look at this vehicle. There are some curved parts on this that, you know, we've never seen before, which I think is really, really cool. And then, of course, another cargo van over here. And there's even some base building parts we've never seen before. Now, there is an air conditioner here, and I'm wondering if they did that just for show or if that's actually a thing. It would be kind of funny if you needed an air conditioner to be running for whatever reason to control the climate or whatever. I don't know. I think it's just for show, but either way, still pretty cool stuff. And then, of course, building up around that watering hole, making your base huge. And see here, we've got the farming. Absolutely love that. I'm going to farm so much. Looks like they're watering plants, maybe using some kind of fertilizer or something. The one thing I'm curious about with the farming is it seemed that one particular mechanic was using the squirt bottle on every single farming piece. But I wonder if there's a way to automate all that. Are there like sprinkler systems and stuff like that? Because obviously if you have really big farms, you're not going to want to sit there and squirt water on every single piece as time goes on. I don't know if there's weather. I haven't seen any weather, like no sorts of rain. So it doesn't seem like you're going to have any ability for your crops to get auto-watered unless, like, you know, there is some sort of automated sprinkler system. Again, you don't really see it in this trailer. I know there was also another clip that they had shown on Twitter of a packing station, and you don't see that in this trailer either. So I'm not exactly sure. This is some sort of crafting facility, another grinding facility. I don't exactly know what the grinding facility is. This storage looks awesome. You can see they're storing wood planks, stone things, and of course, scrap metal planks. I love that you have to carry them one at a time. I'm not exactly sure if that's just because that's the one they have out or if your inventory is literally limited to one at a time. I mean, if it is, obviously, building your base initially is going to take a lot of time. You're going to have to run out, gather materials, bring them back. Maybe your backpack can store more of these than just the one. I'm not exactly sure, but obviously carrying one here. And then a grinder of sorts. Again, no idea what it's for. Some sort of a crafting facility. But there are a lot of different crafting facilities, it seems, already. Of course, wardrobe facility. They did show this on Twitter. I love that your dwarf can finally have a beard. Makes total sense. Waiting for that garbage can helmet. I feel like it's gonna help, you know, attack the farm bots. And then, of course, into the nighttime. Now, day-night cycle, like I said, farm bots come out. You can see here, only 2 different types of farm bots in this scene. I feel like they're gonna be adding more stuff as time goes on with survival, but again, not exactly sure what's the deal here. They've only got a couple farm bots. But either way, different gun variations. They already showed this, which is great. This, I believe, is a shotgun, a rapid fire gun, and then just your standard spud gun. So I absolutely love that there are gun variations. Not exactly sure how much materials it's going to cost. And then, of course, you're going to have to probably grow all your potatoes, which is, you know, going to be crazy if you've got automated defense systems having to make sure that they, you know, stock up. But look at that, rapid fire. That's like, oh, it's like an explosive shotgun. Okay. And then, of course, the farm bots destroying the fence. I mean, you know, I feel like they made the fence out of wood, and this looks like it's made out of concrete. I'm not sure if they can break through everything, or if they only can break through wood. Maybe there's restrictions. Maybe they can break through everything, but it takes longer. It would probably make more sense to make your stuff out of metal, concrete, stuff like that. But again, who knows how long the resources take to get. And then look at that, propeller blades for chopping up stuff. I'm not exactly sure if those are a functional part too. They didn't use them, like they only use thrusters, it seems, for all the movement stuff. So moving into the warehouses, this is, I believe, one of those buildings you're gonna have to find and scrap. And this is, I think, that power unit. So the devs had shown a long time ago there was a part that would prevent you from deleting or modifying other builds on the world until you found that part and like turned it off or deleted it itself or whatever. And I think this is what that is. So I believe with every warehouse, you're gonna have to get into the warehouse, like loot whatever loot objects are on the warehouse, and then find this part to shut it down so you can scrap the rest of the warehouse. And of course, you know, take whatever you need. I think that's what this is. I'm not exactly sure though. I don't remember the screenshot. And you can see the warehouse. Okay, so they do have tape bots here. I guess I missed it before. So they are showing the tape bots. There you go. Yeah, the tape bots are showing. And then of course, Big Boss Farm Bot Boy, who just comes up and boom. Awesome. So really excited for survival mode, obviously. Like I said, it seems like they've only got the 3 bots coming out right away, but it's still super exciting to see, and I'm really excited to see the future of Scrap Mechanic, and of course, really stoked to play this update. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure, of course, you check out the Scrap Mechanic devs on all their social media platforms. I'll include some links in the description below. They've been doing such a fantastic job, and I know we've been waiting for this update for a long time. But I'm really excited to hear what you guys think, and I'm really excited to actually start playing this and see what's up with the game. I really hope they put an emphasis on making sure performance is good so we can have massive survival worlds with massive like base builds and stuff like that. But it seemed like from their trailer, they had a pretty large base going on there without really any major frame issues. So I'm really excited to try it out, and of course, try out multiplayer and survival. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. While you're at it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see y'all next time.